seniors are, more difficult to bribe. They're more difficult to get into your studio. There's so many distractions in their life. There's so much going on. So what do you do to try to get them to respond and see you and start booking appointments? And so for us, we found out that, giving them a little piece of fame, either in the look of their photography or whatever, seems to work. So, again, I'm Rod Evans, and I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And just to give you a little bit of background information, I'm in a city of about 150,000 people. Our senior market is approximately 2,000 seniors in the area. From that 2,000 seniors, I want to do typically about 150 of those high school seniors a year, which is about what I want to do. Obviously, that's my studio. This is the inside of our studio gallery and so forth. We're even though we're kind of a classic, traditional type of studio, you'll see that we also do modern and kind of funky. There is kind of no middle ground for us, so is what we do. I've been a photographer for approximately 15 years, and what we're going to really talk about is how I've used Facebook, a combination of senior representatives, and kind of cool, fashion-y model type of images to draw seniors to our market. So I'm excited to talk to you about it and excited to talk to you about the success that we're having with it. And hopefully I can share some things that will really, really kickstart your senior season this year. So it's a perfect time of year to be kicking it in gear and doing exactly some of these things that we're doing. So first of all, how many of you would agree with this statement? I know you can't respond, but think about this. It's more important than ever to be innovative in this market, which is very, very true. I mean, there's so much going on. There's so much happening. So it's more important than ever to be really innovative. And I'm not just talking about marketing. I'm also talking about photography and the experience and everything that goes along with it. So I know some of us are a little bit frustrated by things that are going on, but actually you're going to think I'm probably nuts. I love it, okay, because as an artist, there's really nothing more dangerous to us than complacency. So, if things were going perfect and you had all the business you could handle and you didn't really have to do anything, people just called you and you didn't have to work for it and it just happened, your work as an artist would become stale and eventually you would lose business anyway. So this actually spurs creativity and artistry and pushes you and so, you might think that's kind of nuts, but it's actually made me a better photographer, just having to, push harder and struggle more and try to bring people in. It's caused me to do more types of marketing and different types of photography, and I'm having more fun as a result of it. So I know you're probably thinking, man, this guy is smoking crack, but I actually dig it because I want to be a better artist. So I'm going to talk to you about pretty much my entire marketing plan, which is chapter 1 of this book, which is the 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing or Branding by Al Reese and Jack Trout. If you haven't read this book, it's a must-read for any business person. It's basically my entire marketing plan is chapter 1. And what chapter 1 says is be first in your market. So you need to be first in not only maybe a marketing style or effort, but a lighting or a product or a style of photography, whatever it is, be known for that and be the first one in your marketplace to do that. So look outside the industry for ideas. Look at other businesses, what they're doing to draw people in, and be the first in your industry to be doing that and be known for that. So a great book. So,
hey, Rod, let me just interrupt you for 1 second.
Thank you.
Getting a couple of We're getting a couple of questions about the audio. Just want to ask if you could just speak up just a little louder.
Absolutely. How's this? Is this better?
Yep.
Awesome. So that book really spurred to be the first piece of, being first in the marketplace. So the first thing that we did this was several years ago, was develop a different type of marketing model. Our typical marketing model of just sending out postcards to high school seniors was not being as effective as it was. So again, with frustration, turns you to try to do something new. So for us, the new type of marketing model was connecting with people where they already are. Instead of interrupting their lives, 7 times with a marketing piece, if that's not working for you, or maybe it is working for you, but you want to get even more additional things like that, connections with people and book more business, for us was Facebook. And so in the beginning, I was definitely a Facebook loser. I had no friends, no one, no idea of even how Facebook worked 3 years ago, and didn't have any idea how to bring business in with it. So I know a lot of people on here might be using Facebook or kind of possibly familiar with it, but aren't really using it as a business tool. And so hopefully I'm going to give you some ideas today of how you can use Facebook as a business tool and how you can book seniors in, because it's worked crazy well for us. Today I have Facebook sent me a message, several months ago saying I can't have any more friends on Facebook. I've reached almost 5,000 friends. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can develop that and develop pages and fan pages and profiles and all that kind of stuff, and how you can build your senior marketing campaign using Facebook. And that's really what we've done over the last couple of years. It's not our only marketing tool, but it's definitely a very significant part of our marketing is using Facebook. So I'm excited to kind of walk you through my strategy. It's pretty simple. There's 5 parts to my strategy of getting high school seniors into our business. First of all, we advertise on Facebook for models or representatives. The word model is kind of getting overused a little bit, so I'm kind of thinking and changing strategies, but you advertise for models. You're looking for them for your studios. The models or representatives then promote our studio using Facebook and business cards and going to school and doing things like that. We tag their images, which is basically gaining exposure for us. It's like a proof book on steroids. We used to do proof books many years ago, and this now is exposed to 1,000 of their friends, seeing that their images were taken here. We update our status to remind our friends of any specials that we have, not too often, because I don't want to get kicked off of Facebook. And we use technology, which I'm going to talk about, to make it really easy for them to book with us. Think about how much you use technology to research and connect with people and so forth. And so I'll talk about those things. But before I could do any of those advertising or getting all that kind of stuff, I really need to understand how Facebook works, like how the connections work, basically. So you have a profile and you have a page in Facebook, and I'm going to talk about how those 2 different things are different and how you can use those in a very professional way to bring seniors in. So first of all, on your profile, you have something called a Facebook, or some Facebook statistics, I'm sorry. First thing I want to talk about is a little bit about the Facebook statistics, about how many people use it and so forth. So on average, there's about 250,000 people registering to be a Facebook profile or get their own Facebook account per day since January 2007. People spend at least 20 minutes a day on the site. Having teenage children, I know it's more than that. It's really the first thing they do when they get home from school and the last thing they do before they go to bed, and sometimes the first thing they do when they get up in the morning. So it is really a huge communication tool for them with their friends to share and see what's going on. It's the #1 photo sharing application on the web. It actually drives in twice as much traffic as far as photography and photographs go as the next 3 sites combined. And there are more than 14 million photos uploaded on Facebook every day. It's ridiculous. So, you think about that. It really is like almost the perfect place for us as photographers to be. Our market is there. Photography is there. And instead of the, snapshot of them with a cell phone, for their picture, if you put up something really beautiful and exciting, all the response and the reaction that happens as a result of it really is great exposure for you. So how do you get that exposure? Well, it really starts with you building a profile. You have to have a personal page on Facebook before you can even have a fan page. So you start by signing up for a Facebook account, and then you set up a profile. Your profile is just a place for you to share updates on your boring life with your friends and clients. I'm being a little facetious, of course, but it really is. I mean, this is where you start with Facebook, is just getting your own profile. Make it very, very business-like, so very professional. And I'll talk about that. You don't want, when you set up your profile on Facebook, think about that you're like, if you were the mayor of your city, what would you do? On your Facebook account. you wouldn't put every detail of your life. You wouldn't put, every party that you've been to. Personal details necessarily aren't that important. You're more of a public figure. So when you set up your profile, put your business address, your business phone number, your website, your professional photographs, all that type of information should go on your professional profile. So keep it very, very business-like. A little bit of personal stuff in there. You can decide how much, depending on your personality, you want it to be personal versus professional. But for me, it's much more about professional. It's just really who I am, that this is my business place. So now there's some cons and some pros to having a profile. Okay, the cons are, of having a profile, of only a profile and nothing else, is you can only send 20 messages to people at a time. Well, that's not really going to work as a marketing tool for you. And you can only have a limit of 5,000 friends, which I found out that is a disadvantage. Of course, you know what I mean. You will grow this faster than you realize. So you want to be careful about who your friends are and who becomes your friend. That they're actually people that you can market to. So as those people, if you get friend requests in, or you're requesting people to be your friend, be requesting people that are your market, your target market that you want. High school seniors, whatever your target market is, make sure that those people are your target market. So, because a lot of people want to be your friend, but you want the people that could actually be able to spend money with you. So the pros are, every time you update your status on your Facebook, every one of your 5,000 friends or so see what you're talking about. It's absolutely free. When you tag images, their friends see what you've tagged. So not only your friends, but their friends see your photographs. And then the additional thing is you're able to monitor any comments that are made on your photographs, which are basically free testimonials, which are fantastic. The pros are you make these great connections with people. They can message you and do all of that. And one of the best things is behind the scenes, which I'll talk about that. So first of all, status updates. What is that? Basically, it's just crap you're doing now, and sometimes something interesting about something that actually someone cares about. For example, like you're doing a promotion or a special, or what we do is we advertise for senior models by saying, hey, I'm looking for high school senior models. Click here for more information. So you can put a link that will link them directly to an application or to a website or something like that to get them into your business. So everyone that's your friend sees that at no charge. It's absolutely free. Now, you don't want to do it too much because it'd be considered spamming. You get kicked off Facebook. But if you do it, every couple of weeks or something, I've never had an issue. I've heard of anyone that's had an issue either. So it works out really well. So here's what happens. I'm just kind of showing a little diagram on this next slide that shows where I put where I was speaking at Imaging USA, and then within seconds, comments are coming in. How quickly that happens. So I see what's happening. My friends see what's happening. And then if someone comments on my Facebook about what's happening, their friends will see that they put a comment about what I'm saying. So the connections are ridiculous and just really amazing. And again, this part of Facebook costs absolutely nothing. So if anyone comments on my status again, their friends, their connections see that, and then maybe a friend of theirs will comment, and then their friends will see it. So it is kind of like a pyramid scheme in a way of how Facebook works as far as how many people are seeing what's going on. Again, free testimonials on your business. So it's just really, really cool. So tagging is really one of the most critical parts of why you need your high school seniors to be your friend, because if they're just a fan of yours or a groupie of yours, it doesn't allow you to tag them. They could tag you if you told them to. They may or may not, but you want to make sure you have the ability to tag them, because that will show not only just that your logo is on there, showing that you took that photograph, but it will also allow them to see that your friends and their friends, and you being able to monitor any comments that happen. So it's really important to become your friends because of the tagging aspect for the monitoring and for all the connections that are happening. So I can consider tagging is really like putting your images out there. It's having like a proof book on steroids. You instead of 20 or 30 friends of theirs, now it's 1,000 friends of theirs are seeing your images and commenting and talking about what you're doing. So it's an awesome tool. So basically, again, just showing connections about how many people are going to see what's going on. It's going to go from your profile, you tag them, all your friends see them, their friends see them, then that friend sees them, then another friend might comment on it, and then all their friends see it. So it really just becomes completely viral, this tagging of images on Facebook. So again, it allows you to monitor any comments that are happening too. So it's just free testimonials. So once you've tagged them, every time a comment is made, you'll see them. And I've only removed 2 comments in 3 years on Facebook that were, somewhat questionable. The language or something was somewhat questionable. But other than that, it's been incredible. Very positive comments. I always make a joke about, I used to use MySpace, but we don't anymore. I'm not even sure that's around anymore or exists. But we put something out on MySpace, and people would be like, "Ooh, that's awful. Ooh, you're ugly. I hate you. Whatever." And then if I put the same image, the same person on Facebook, they'd be like, "Oh, I love you. You're so beautiful. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Heart, heart, heart. Love, besties, whatever." And they're like 2 different worlds. It's ridiculous. So Facebook is just a more monitored. It's not a perfect environment by any means, but it's definitely a safer, more monitored, more positive environment. So it's just a really great place